Vikings versus Seahawks. The Seahawks sneak out a victory against the Vikings, 27-26. The Seahawks didn't look good throughout the game, if I'm being honest. The Vikings came in as a 1-3 team, just struggling to get anything going. And the Seahawks came in 4-0, looking like a very good team. And they struggled. They struggled the whole game. The Vikings, to their credit, they put a great effort yesterday. Cooks, their running back, went down. Dalvin Cook went down. He's their best offensive player, I believe. And for him to go down and for them to, still be competitive and show a lot of effort, show a lot of heart, that was pretty impressive by the Vikings. Madison came in and had a good game, so they were still able to run the ball pretty good. But with the game on the line, I think they had a chance to score a field goal and push the lead to 8 with like less than 2 minutes left. And instead, Coach Zimmer tried to go for it on fourth down. He tried to just wrap up the game. I think it was 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, and if they got it, they would have just ended the game. They would have beat the Seahawks, pulled the upset. But the Seahawks defense came through for once this season and stuffed them on fourth down. And then that led to probably the best drive of the NFL season so far. Russell Wilson had the ball. I think he had to go like 96 yards to go with no timeouts, or one timeout I believe he had. He had to go the length of the field. And it was just a masterful display by Wilson. It just drove him. I think it's the drive started with Russell Wilson being vintage Russell Wilson, escaping the pocket. He picked up maybe 15 yards running, and then they couldn't get much going. 4th and 10, finds DK Metcalf on the left side. Metcalf makes a pretty impressive catch, goes out of bounds, and you're like, okay, now they're in the Vikings, side of the field. This could really happen. And they drive it all the way to the goal line, or not the goal line, but inside the 10-yard line. And on second down, I believe, Russell Wilson is rolling to his right. He has DK Metcalf wide open, throws it. It looks like it's a touchdown, but I don't know if DK Metcalf doesn't secure it too hard, or I don't know what happened, but the defender comes in there right after he catches it and punches it out, and it's an incomplete pass. And then it's third and goal. They can't do much. It's 4th and goal with 20 seconds left. Russell Wilson finds DK Metcalf for the game-winning touchdown. They try to go for 2, but they can't. But it's still enough to take a 1-point lead. And the Vikings didn't have enough time, and they lose. But that last drive was so impressive. Just Russell Wilson hadn't had the best game. DK Metcalf hadn't had the best game. But when it mattered, when it counts, they come up big for the Seahawks. They're able to get the win. They go to 5-0. Now they have a bye coming up. They have a bye in week 6. Jamal Adams missed another game. He didn't play against the Vikings. He's one of the top 3 safeties in the league. They traded a lot of capital to get him, and he hasn't been playing, I believe, the last 2 or 3 weeks. And the defense has struggled. But now they're getting healthy. They have week 6 to get healthy. And then by week 7, I feel like Jamal Adams should be back on the field, and that's really going to help out their defense. And, yeah, it's just impressive. I feel like this is the games that really good teams find a way to win. You're playing a team that hasn't done that good, that has, that has stars, that has high expectations, but they haven't started the season that well. And it's kind of like a trap game. It's like the Vikings. They're a good team, they just haven't played good this season. And you're a good team, and you're feeling yourself, and it's raining, and you have a tough game, and the Vikings are leading most of the game. But good teams figure out a way to win those type of games. And Russell Wilson and the Seahawks were able to pull that game out yesterday, and it was just super impressive. And it just gives me more confidence that the Seahawks are going to be there at the end of the season, because I had the Seahawks making it to the Super Bowl. And I feel like those are the type of games that Super Bowl caliber teams win. Ugly game, raining, team's not playing the best, you're missing your star on defense. The other team's hungry to get their season kick-started. If the Vikings win, if the Vikings beat the Seahawks, they go to 2-3. The season might not be over. They might be able to salvage something for the season. They're fighting for everything. And the Seahawks were able to pull it off. Super impressive win. Super impressive by Wilson, just orchestrating a beautiful drive at the end. It was a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed watching the end of it. It was a great game. Just tip my hat to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson for MVP. Been saying it all season long. I'm going to keep saying it if he keeps playing like this. Russell Wilson for MVP. As far as the Vikings, missed opportunity. Definitely a missed opportunity. If they would have beaten the Seahawks, their season would not have been over yet. They would have beaten the Texans last week, and they would have beaten the Seahawks. They would have won their last 2 games. They could have been building something. Now they lose. They fought a 1-4 season. The Bears are now 4-1. The Packers are 4-0. It's looking very, very tough for them to come back. They have a rough schedule. And now Dalvin Cook got hurt. We're still waiting to see how hurt he is, but it's looking tough for the Vikings. It looks like their season is done. If I was them, I would not. They just paid Cook a lot of money this offseason. So if I'm them, I don't rush Cook back. I let him take his time. The season is pretty much over. I'll work him in however slow I have to, just because I don't want to, risk him aggravating this injury when he's a franchise player. So sorry for the Vikings. You guys just played a juggernaut in the Seahawks that just finds a way to win it. And Russell Wilson is as good as anybody right now in the NFL, if not better than everybody. He might be the best player in the NFL right now. Russell Wilson for MVP.